So this is apparently a wildflower meadow. And the crazy thing I've found since being here is that you don't see much of this back in the UK. Now we're lucky because this space, I can do what I want with it. And the idea was to increase the biodiversity. And a lot of people think that in order to do that requires an awful lot of work. It doesn't. Just don't do anything. Just let nature take its course, do its own thing. So we've got these butterflies here, loads of them. Now it's the time of the year for them to be coming out and they're loving these thistles. But there's all kinds of insects in here because there's all different types of plants, obviously. So we're going to have a wander down with the aid of the dog and start walking up through this whole area and see what we can find. Look at this one here. Never work with wildlife, they fly away. But we've got bees, butterflies. The birds are coming in here now to feed on the seeds. And in the UK, I'd be lucky if I got 2, maybe 3 goldfinches at any one time in the garden. But here, I get over 40, all coming in as one big flock. So if you're a nature lover, this is not a bad space to be. And like I say, the only thing I've done maintenance wise is to cut a path so that we can walk through it and see everything that we've got. One of the problems that I have found here is the long grass, because you can get an awful lot of ticks, and if the dog picks up a tick and is not treated, I can't remember what, I can never pronounce the name of the disease. What is it?
Babesia.
Okay, which is obviously it poisons the blood of the animal and it can be fatal. And if you don't get it to the vet in time for a transfusion, you've lost your dog. As for the cat, well, he picks them up now and again, not very often, but because we treat them both with different medicines, they don't have any issues with it. But you do have to be really careful. But when you stand around and look and see what's going on, like I say, this has created no extra work for me at all. And look at what I'm getting. It has actually boosted the biodiversity of this place, without doubt. We've got more birds here now. Early in the morning, you're going to see the swallows buzzing through here. And like I say, them and the goldfinches. It's just brilliant. This is yarrow, isn't it? This is yarrow that we can use.
Look at that.
Having a good feed, isn't he? But just by leaving this to do whatever it wants, it's bringing in so much wildlife.
Beautiful.
I think the point I'm trying to make here is that increasing biodiversity is important, but it doesn't require anything from you. You just let it grow. Cut a path so you can wander through late afternoon or early morning, and that's it. We've got more birds than ever before because of the insects, obviously, but the views are just amazing. Now we're going to head up to the top of the garden. We're going to walk through the orchard so you get more of an idea, and when we get to the top of this pathway, we're going to turn around and look back, because it'll be a view that you've never seen before. All these purple flowers that you're seeing is vetch, or hairy vetch. It's a great nitrogen fixer for the soil. Just like your beans are in the garden, in your veggie garden. But again, full of insects. The other thing we come across here is all these old crops that are still growing. So we get all these weird types of wheats. There's a few oats in here now and again we come across. These little white flowers on the ground is bindweed. Some people call it morning glory. It's great in here, but I don't want it in the veggie garden. And that's the other thing about these things, is that we've got them in here and it's a wildflower meadow. But if you get them in the vegetable garden, they're called a pet, they're called a weed. What's the difference? It's still a plant. There's more sort of these seeds from the old crops, look, as we go through these different colours, but I don't think that looks bad, does it?
Do you know this one?
I don't know.
So tall. Very nice.
Well, if anybody knows, I'm sure they're going to tell us. That's an awful lot of flowers for an awful lot of insects, and therefore a lot of birds to feed off. That's proper biodiversity, I think, with no effort. Just let nature do it. We don't have to, do we?